What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, I'm going to defend strongman training and strongman competitors. You see, I forget where I first heard this statement, and maybe someone could help me out. Maybe just one of those things that gets around where people start talking a little bit of shit, and before you know it, it kind of becomes a thing, a platitude, where people will tend to say that strongman competitors aren't good squatters. We'll say like, oh yeah, they might be able to deadlift because a lot of the movements kind of have that hip hinge. You know, they're picking up stones, they're just carrying large objects, so it trains their traps. But when it comes to the squat, they're not good at it at all. That is something that they lack. Wrong. I'm going to come once again in defense of strongman training, and overall basically the real subject of this video is the applicability of strength in a lot of lifting sports. Weightlifting, powerlifting, strongman training, even bodybuilding. Okay, so let's get into this. The first statement that people make once again is that strongman competitors aren't good at the squat, and they'll tend to say, well, you know, if they're good, why don't we see the numbers that we see, you know, from guys like Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall on the deadlift when it comes to squat from strongman competitors. This gets it a little twisted. First off, people need to excel at their sport. They have to do that given task repeatedly when it comes to strongman competitions. I know the squat is or tends to be used, different variations, so it might be kind of like a yoke squat, another variation, but squats in general are used. There's probably more things where they pick up, where they carry, where they lift things that kind of resemble more of that hip hinge than a squat, but the fact remains they do have to train the squat, they do have to be good at squatting. First, I want to throw this video of that monster, that dude, Eddie Hall, squatting. You know, you see this, you got to keep in mind he has no sleeves, he has no belt, he's wearing shitty trainers on a whippy as hell bar, and he's doing over 750 pounds for 7 repetitions to depth, right? And this is a big dude, so think about that mobility. He's squatting a whole lot of weight with really good form. So first, it doesn't apply to all that statement that strongman competitors aren't good at squatting. If you need an example on YouTube, you have to look no further than the man himself, my bro from Untamed Strength, Alan Thrall. Best quads on YouTube, calling out right here. I know people might call him fat thighs. I say he has jack quads. He has excellent squatting technique. He's a really good squatter. He's also a strongman competitor. But once again, I don't know where this misconception comes, or where people, same thing, they'll say like weightlifters. So they'll say the opposite then. Weightlifters, well, all they do, they just squat, 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 squat. Well, actually, if you take a look at it, both of the movements, the snatch and the clean and jerk, they both start from the ground. So they both are doing deadlift variations. So, you know, they might train something like a clean pull, but that still is a hip hinge. That's still involving the hips in a similar motion to the deadlift. And really, if you take a look at all three of these sports, powerlifting, where it does have a deadlift and it has a squat. If you look at strongman training, there are variations of the squat. There are also a lot of hip hinge movements. So once again, picking things up off of the ground and so forth. Weightlifting, once again, while they are known for excelling at squatting, it doesn't mean that they're shit at hip hinge movements. So the clean pulls, snatch pull variations, those are all hip hinge variations, or closer on that spectrum. If you look at the spectrum of lifting between, let's say, a more deadlift dominant movement, so you have, you know, let's say stiff leg deadlifts right over here, total hip hinge, then you have regular deadlifts, then you might have trap bar deadlifts, sumo deadlifts, and then over here you got like low bar squat, high bar squat, and then front squat for the more pure squat dominant movements. All athletes, all lifters train both of them at the same time. And it's actually something really cool because, once again, strength is quite applicable to a lot of different sports. So don't be hating. I see these statements on the internet. You know, I see that statement once again, like strongman competitors. I think it's sometimes the bro in people, right? Where they'll say like, yeah, they might be good at deadlifts, but what about their squats? Like, well, Eddie Hall squatting 750 pounds. Alan Thrall squatting damn near ATG over 500 pounds. Same idea, they'll then say maybe about weightlifters. Well, what about their deadlifts? Like Klokov deadlifted beltless a shit ton of weight. Clarence Kennedy, same idea, like 750 pounds, I believe he deadlifted, weighing 220 pounds, beltless. So don't get it twisted. Understand the overall applicability of what you're doing in the gym. Barbell movements, and an interesting fact, I think I read this recently taking a look at a survey. Those that do barbell movements on a regular basis, I think it's over 25 million Americans or North Americans that do it every single year. You could do a lot with those movements. So just because you're not planning on, let's say, doing strongman training or powerlifting or even weightlifting, building up this foundation level of strength, doing squats, whatever variation you want, the front squat, the high bar squats, low bar squats. Sometimes we make too much of a distinction between all of these. And yes, even bodybuilders having stronger muscles sets you up to build even more muscles in the future. So that's all I want to say. I hope I cleared this up, giving nothing but respect to strongman competitors, strongman training. I know there's a joke from speaking to a few dudes where they said, we can definitely squat. The bench press, on the other hand, because we don't train it, nearly as much, because they don't honestly need to. It's never, a sport or an event that they do. That's another story entirely. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Short but sweet. Check back tomorrow. Be dropping that fire. If you like the video, if you like training heavy, like the damn video. Final announcement I want to make just really quick, because you guys have been asking. I've seen numerous comments in the comment section saying, hey Omar, when's your pre-workout Singularity? When is it set to ship? I pre-ordered it, and I'll just make this announcement quickly. First, I want to apologize. There is a slight delay. It's supposed to ship sometime in February. Now it'll be sometime in March, but we've been taking that time to perfect the pre-workout, and thanks to you guys backing it, we've had to make no compromises. So we've actually, in my opinion, I'm not going to say over-delivered, but we are really proud with the flavor profile. It's all naturals flavored with stevia. We are using beetroot extract in order to color it, so it's a natural coloring as well. There's no extra artificial bullshit or ingredients that don't make sense or filler. Just the things that work: citrulline malate 8 grams, beta-alanine, creatine 5 grams, creatine monohydrate, and then 200 milligrams of caffeine. We also have a non-caffeinated one. Anyways, we completed it. It's done. Now we're just manufacturing it, waiting to produce all the bottles before we ship them out. But like I said, we're able to do exactly what we intended. We made sure to get the flavor just right, because we know how important, in order for this to succeed, long-term flavor is, and it's fucking delicious. It tastes like, you know what? It tastes like victory. That's it, guys. If you want to pre-order Singularity, if you haven't already, it's 30 servings for $25. It's damn near twice the total size than something like a C4 or any of the nearest competitors. In terms of just total volume, so you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. You could pre-order it. It ships, or will be shipping, in March. You go to gnosisnutrition.com. That's it. I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!